Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic Zero, and we're playing Gundam Battle Operation 2. So, here I am using the best mobile suit in the game, and I'm only half kidding. So, this is the mass-produced Guncannon, which was my favorite mobile suit in the first Gundam Battle Operation, and it is still an extremely effective mobile suit in Gundam Battle Operation 2. So, this is actually a 400 cost room, and this is the level 2 version, so this is 350 cost. So you'll see that even though I'm using a suit that's below cost, the mass-produced Guncannon is just an extremely effective mobile suit. So, given its weapons loadout, you'll see that it's an extremely effective mobile suit at mid to long range. It has an extremely powerful combo because it can stun with its shoulder cannons, and then it can follow up with its machine gun weapons. Now, the mass-produced Guncannon can equip a few different machine guns. A lot of people like using it with the 90mm bullpup. But a weapon that's exclusive to this mobile suit is the dual 100mm machine guns. Now, yeah, these machine guns are just insanely powerful. They have really good damage, really good rate of fire, and they actually have really long range as well, so they are crazy good for machine guns. The only problem you'll find with them is that they actually have a longer reload time compared to other machine guns, and that's actually sort of the weakness of the mass-produced Guncannon in this game. And that's, it actually has some ammo management problems, because it doesn't have that many shells in its cannons, and if you're using this machine gun, it takes a while to reload, so you have to be very careful with managing your ammunition, and you have to make sure you land your hits and you combo properly so you can make the most of your ammo. Yeah, so here's a Gasha, and thankfully I have a type advantage against him, so I mopped that guy up pretty easy. Here's a Gym Command, I think, that's trying to capture point A, and you can just see these dual 100mm are just shredding the absolute shit out of them. Yeah, and in this game, all the gun cannons, they can use melee attacks with empty hand technique. So I was trying to kick him to knock him down after he got up, but, he had the wherewithal to dodge roll out of the way. Yeah, so in the previous game, the mass-produced gun cannons, they just had really no ability to defend themselves at close range, but, now you have melee powers. And outside of the ammo thing, they kind of have a mobility problem, so they're decently fast for a support suit, but, they still can't really outmaneuver a general type mobile suit, and they especially can't outmaneuver any, raid or assault types. Yeah, but, yeah, even though, I ran out of shells and my machine gun was reloading, I find that the Vulcans on this mobile suit are actually extremely good. Yeah, so they have pretty good range and damage. I was doing 100 per shot on that gym, so even if your machine guns are reloaded, I think the Vulcans are actually a pretty good choice here. You can combo into those pretty easy. Okay, so that looks like a Gelgoog Marine up here. And I didn't mean to stun my guy, but yeah, I did manage to stun the Gelgoog as well. Yeah, this thing's an assault type, so it does have type advantage against me, but you'll see that, man, those machine guns, they just, they're just really nasty. They did a lot of damage to that Gelgoog. Yeah, so he's pushing ahead a little suicidally. He's outnumbered 3-1. But yeah, lots of invincibility frame shenanigans going on, and yeah, I managed to finish him off. Okay, so it looks like my team is taking a few good hits. There's only a few of us left, and it looks like all of our guys out in point C, they got defeated, so I'm gonna see if I can lay some pressure on the enemy units outside. And here's our friend the Gasha again. Yeah, we traded some blows. I think we did about the same damage to each other, and I slipped underneath his missiles by accident, honestly. Okay, he's gonna jump up. Pretty risky maneuver because, yeah, he had to dodge roll out of the way, and he missed all of his attacks, so I pretty much, got all the damage on him and received not very much myself. Okay, so it looks like the team's trying to bridge this gap right here. They're having a little bit of trouble, and honestly, I forgot this was ace mode. and everybody was screaming not to kill this guy, but I didn't realize it was ace mode, and then I was declared ace, so yeah, I wasted a whole bunch of points for us here, but like, yeah, that was an honest mistake. But yeah, I think this is actually a very, very good mobile suit to have as your ace, because its combo is pretty much designed to finish off enemies. So you can stun, and the machine guns, of course, are very, very good at mopping up enemies. Yeah, so yeah, I actually really like the dual 100mm. They take some management to deal with the reload times, but you know, you can always choose to use the 90mm bullpup instead. So that gun still has really good damage, and it has better reload time, but it has shorter range. But yeah, I kind of enjoy the longer range on these guns instead. Okay, so I am pretty hurt at this point, and yeah, I'm trying to land some hits on these guys, but they're making pretty good use of cover. Yeah, the range on these machine guns is really helping me out here. Yeah, so here the enemy ace just charges directly at me. He gets through our line like without catching the attention of my allies for like some reason, but yeah, that was a little weird, but oh well. Okay, so it looks like we're about even in score. They just pulled ahead with a few ace kills, so let's see if I can help us catch up here. Yeah, in the first game, the cannons pretty much they shot straight, but in this game, for some reason, they have this weird arc to them, so it kind of causes you to miss a lot of shots for no reason. Yeah, so I was trying to drill as much damage as I could into this Gelgoog Marine, but for some reason, Proof didn't shoot him after the counter, so yeah, I didn't quite get the kill that I wanted. Yeah, so I managed to duck out of the way of that saber. That was pretty lucky. Yeah, and yeah, I'm having some trouble finishing this guy off. Yeah, and that's actually Conti in this gym, and I've actually honestly never fought a mobile suit using a beam spray gun before, and I was trying to fire my cannons at that Gelgoog, but the beam spray gun was interrupting my shot, so yeah, I've never had to deal with that effect before. It's pretty goddamn annoying. So yeah, that was a really interesting strategy on Conti's part. Yeah, so right here, I probably would have been able to finish off Conti if he wasn't knocked down. So when you're around your ace, try not to use the knockdown attacks on enemies, because that pretty much just gives them free invincibility frames. So just keep in mind that's something to be avoided. Okay, so it looks like that's time up on the match, and looks like we took the win. Yeah, and yeah, I feel like every time I'm declared ace, suddenly the matches always go south, and yeah, I'm usually not working well with my team at that point. But yeah, that was a really interesting defensive game. Yeah, so we barely squeaked by with that win. But yeah, it looks like Proof did the most damage. He was doing really good in his Gundam weapons rack. Yeah, and I got 7 kills and 1 death, which is not bad at all. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the mass-produced Guncannon, a very, very effective support mobile suit. See if you can get your hands on it. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.